Hey, looking for wisdom? I have a little secret for you. Come here. You have arrived on the right channel. Yes, we at the Head Talks believe in one single mantra of life, that is, to be successful, you need to have these two weapons. First is knowledge, and other is, of course, experience. Knowledge, you can get it through your books or the institutions you are in. By the way, institution doesn't really matter. Coming back to the point, experience, where to get experience from? Here we are, bringing experience right in front of your door. Let's hear out the mindset of the successful people and their experiences through our podcast. So let's roll into the podcast. But, wait a second. I want just one single thing from you. As every YouTuber says, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon for further notification. So let's roll into the podcast.
Hello everyone. Today, on the first episode of the Head Talks, we have Mr. Divij Bajaj. He has been awarded as the Best Emerging Entrepreneur Award from Business Mint and Entrepreneur of the Year from Indian Achievers Forum. His startup Power Gummies has been recognized as the top startup to watch in 2020 by INC 42 and Best Innovative Nutrition Product 2020 covered by Forbes India as an outcome of his dedication. So today, along with his achievements, he has his experience, his knowledge, his wisdom, his journey to share it with us. So let's roll into the podcast.
Divij Bajaj sir, welcome to our podcast. It's a great honor for me to have my first ever podcast with a man like you. Welcome sir. So sir, let's start by asking you the least asked question of today's time. Sir, how are you?
I am good. How about you?
I'm absolutely fine sir. So sir, let's start from the beginning. Sir, I have already introduced you from my side, but today I want you to introduce yourself. I mean, according to you, who is Divij Bajaj?
Well, I think David Bajaj is someone who wants to learn new things, who loves to explore, and who enjoys each and every moment of his life.
Great, sir. Great. So, sir, let's start from the beginning. I believe that age 16 is the most important age in a person's life because at that age, that person enters into the world of matureness where he has like responsibilities and monsters coming towards himself. So, sir, how were you when you were 16 years old?
I think I was busy enjoying my life. I was very active in debates and dramatics, but I don't think I was much focused about my career when I was 16. That happened a little late. But yeah, I remember enjoying my life, enjoying my school life with my friends, and cherishing every moment when I was 16.
Great, sir. So, sir, you have been to an MBA college and also you have had an experience of running two startups, which includes the admission portal and the headphones. So, sir, my question to you is, what's the importance of learning the value of money at an younger age? Because, sir, this is the age where you need to learn it, and these are the skills that aren't going to be taught in schools or neither in the colleges. So, sir, what are your thoughts on this?
I think that is very important. That is something, your little savings, your zeal to learn about money investing, securing your money is something that is going to help you lifelong, especially guys. Guys really need to learn this habit. And I remember I was 15 when I started investing into mutual funds and savings. And the first venture that I wanted to start, I remember I had 11 lakh rupees saved of my own money. And hence, I very proactively say that learning how to save money, how to value money is very important.
Wonderful, sir. So, sir, you belong to this nutrition world, and also there are galore of people still believing that external sources of nutrients and proteins are the form of supplements and shouldn't be consumed by the younger generation. Despite of the fact knowing that nutrients are the most essential supplements of the body and they should be consumed at a younger age. So, sir, how did you take power gummies through that difficult phase? How did you convince people? And, sir, what are your thoughts on this?
I think that's a very important question. And I keep referring to this question very often. What we need to understand is that from the time these myths are coming till present time, population has increased massively. Land, agricultural land is decreasing intensively. There is a load on the agricultural production that is there. We, especially in India, have a tendency of overcooking our food, which kills the nutritional value in our food. Ultimately, this leads to deficiency of vital nutrients in our bodies. And the only way to fulfill is these external sources. So it's high time we got to drop all these myths and realize the importance. I know there are a lot of players in the market that have done a lot of greedy work and doing fake labeling, etc. But we need to understand that there are players in the market who are doing genuine work. Players like us, brands like Power Gummies, who work a lot on the science part. Anything that we bring in the market, we work intensively on the raw material. We do a lot of clinical trials, safety studies. We procure all the necessary approvals, all the licenses that are there, and we really worry for your health because we want you to have the nutrition that you're losing on your daily basis. And this habit has to change and come up if we have to stay healthy and fitter.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, I have seen that you have made influencer marketing one of your major tools while entering into this market. So, sir, how has that helped you?
See, I think influencer marketing today is a very important tool because today to convey your message, I think especially to the millennial audience, you have limited options left because we don't watch TV anymore unless it is cricket. The only place you find millennials spending their time is social media or the OTT platforms. Hence, marketing, spreading the message to the millennial audience, which is our target audience. We only have two platforms. One is influencer marketing and the second is OTT platforms. And that has been our core marketing pillars from start, and that is what we tend to keep as our core marketing pillars even in the future. We bought a new concept in the market. So when we bought this concept, this was the first time that gummies giving you nutrition came into the market in India, and there was a lot of confusion about the concept, how to take it, what does that do, how is it different, how would people actually believe it, and to answer to all these questions, I think it was influencer marketing that was the quickest and the most effective way of spreading this message across.
Great, sir, great. So, sir, I believe that an entrepreneur has a different mindset than the common people. But, sir, as you are an entrepreneur, what is your definition for an entrepreneur? I mean, what do you mean by an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur is someone who loves to take risk, who has the appetite of learning new things on daily basis, and is someone who wants to work on his own terms.
Absolutely, sir. So, sir, I believe that an entrepreneur is clear about what he's gonna do in next few years. So, sir, what are your plans regarding Power Gummies?
My future plans are very clear. We want to have 40 more variants catering to all the nutraceutical requirements, and we want to be there on each and every household shelf. I know we are not into generic vitamins for now, like multivitamins, probiotic, omega, but we will be soon. And within 3 years, you'll see that Power Gummies will be there on each and every household shelf.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So, sir, are you going to enter in some other industries as well?
Not as of now, because I think Power Gummies has a lot of work to be done. Takes up a lot of my time, a lot of energies. Thankfully, we have great love and appreciation coming from our customer base. We do tend to face a lot of problems when we get out of stock, and we're trying to match that by increasing our production management, increasing our dispatch management, and increasing our customer relationship. And I think for the next 3-4 years, that is what will take all of my time. I don't think I can get to anything else.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So, sir, when we talk about startups, I believe that there are two different phases of startup. First phase is when you say people that मेरा startup बना रहा हूँ, that is it's growing it. And second phase is when you say people that मेरा startup बन चुका है. Both the phases have its own experience. So, sir, how did you take Power Gummies through both the different phases, and how was your experience throughout?
I think it has been a fun journey. It has been a good learning journey. I've had my share of fun learning all the new things, adapting to all these changes, facing facing that criticism, and there was a lot of criticism. People used to believe, people used to comment that this is a toffee business. Who takes toffee in adults? Who'll appreciate having gummies and nutrition gummies in adults? That's a kiddish concept. This won't work. Nobody will actually appreciate this concept. But I was very firm. I knew from beginning that the nutraceutical industry needs a revolution. The biggest barrier today that we have in the nutraceutical industry is that we treat these OTC vitamins as medicine because they come in the form of pills. Hence, anything that is coming in the form of pills to us is a medicine to us, and we try to avoid taking that. This is where I realized that there is need for alternatives, and with alternatives there will be a revolution in this whole industry. Gladly, people are now accepting that, people are now believing that. So I would not actually say that mera startup ban chuka hai is a phase. I think that is a phase that everybody else says. I think when you don't have to prove your point, and when the whole ecosystem says that thing, I think that is where that phase stands true.
Beautiful, sir. So, sir, we were caught in this weird situation of pandemic where people faced many mental health issues. So, sir, as a co-founder and CEO of a company, you are the source of motivation and spirit to your company. So, sir, how did you take Power Gummies through that different mental phase? And as a co-founder, did you face any mental health issues like what if I get devastated or what if I'm left with nothing? Like questions like this. And how did you manage to come out of that situation?
Gladly, I did not have time to think on that issues, and I think the best way to cater to the anxiety is to keep yourself busy. I had the responsibility of too many people on my shoulder. The only worry that I had was my people who believe in me, who are working for me, and who are there with me. So worrying about them kept me away from pandemic anxiety. But to beat that, we realized that there is a lot of monotonous lifestyle that we have got into. This monotony is what is actually bringing a problem, bringing people to face all these problems. So to break that monotony, we actually had fun initiatives in the organization. We would play online games. We would come together online. We would play games like Tambola. We played Call of Duty. And I think your story did a very nice article on us, that on our Call of Duty gameplay time. We also had people bringing in the unique talents and making us learn those talents. I remember somebody in the organization was very nice in Bhangra, so we had a Bhangra session. One of our employee was very nice with aerobics, so we had an online aerobics session, and with this, I think, sailed the boat pretty nicely.
Wonderful, sir. So, sir, when will we get to see Power Gummies in all the big and small stores of India?
Very soon, very soon. We are expanding offline now. We have already got into Modern Bazaar. You can find us at Modern Bazaar. We have got into Guardian Pharmacy chain. We have also got into Lulu stores now. And soon you will see us on top retail channels, on all of the top retail channels.
So, sir, are you restricted only towards India or there are any plans to expand further?
Definitely. So we have a lot of queries even now. We do a lot of shipments outside, but we sell currently only from the website. We do have plans to expand outside, and we start from South Asia, moving towards Europe. That will happen very soon. That's already in progress as we speak.
Hope so, sir. So, sir, you said in one of your interviews that you switch off your mobile daily for 1 hour to spend time with your family. I completely love this concept and I believe that it should be followed by each and every citizen of our India. So, sir, how has that habit helped you?
I think that's the only thing that is keeping me sane. Because at a very early age, I realized that with that entrepreneur passion that you have, the drive that you have to have that success, to make your idea successful, comes a very, I would say, negative thing that you tend to forget about your family, you tend to forget about the real life that you are in, and you get carried away in that drive. Uh, that happens with me also. That happens with all the entrepreneurs. I think that when we get to work, we get lost into our work and we don't realize the real life outside. So this is something that I developed for myself, that I'll at least have 1 hour every day where I'll just switch off the phone, not think about the work, and just spend time with the family. So we're 4 people in the family, and we discuss with each other our whole day, what we do, what was fun about the day, and that's the time that we all spend. So it's a family time, and that's a thing that I do on a daily basis, and that's a must thing that I do on a daily basis. And I think that is what keeps me positively charged.
Wonderful, sir. Even sir, I believe in this beautiful sentence which is phrased by Aman Agarwal. So he says that there are 3 categories of people. The first category is of the people who runs behind money. The second category is of the people who runs behind family. And the third category is of the people who is good at handling both money as well as family. So when we see around ourselves, the most successful people, if you fit into these 3 categories, you will find most of the successful people are from this third category, who runs behind both money as well as family. Great, sir. So, sir, you are a great entrepreneur and also you have run many startups. So, sir, I believe that every startups come along with the negativities and there are people who criticizes you. So, sir, how did you face those criticism in your younger age? Because I believe that criticism helps you to go beyond, it helps you to boom, and even it helps you to charge up. So, sir, how did you face those negativity wale criticisms around you, and what has been your experience throughout?
Now, when I look back, I think they all seem a lot of fun. I think they are the reason why I was so motivated to move ahead. And I think that is very important, because till the time you don't have criticism, you won't have the motivation to prove everybody wrong. So I think I take that in a very positive manner. I think that that is something that has benefited me. But yes, like I said before, there was a lot of criticism when people said that this is a kiddish idea, it won't work, people won't accept this idea. ये तो टॉफी बिजनेस है, कितना ही कर लोगे, कितना ही बेच लोगे. And the biggest challenge that I think that I faced was when I was hiring, to make people believe in your idea. Because when you're working for yourself and you believe in the idea, that's a different thing. But when you want others to work for you and believe in the idea, I think that's where the real challenge is. But gladly, I found people who believed in me. They're still with me, they're my colleagues. And now we have a very efficient team, and I think now the whole India, whole world believes in this idea. And according to a report, a market research report, it is proven now that after pills, the next best-selling alternatives, the next best-selling alternative would be gummies, even above powder. That has already happened in West, and that is what is going to happen 2 years down the line in India as well.
Wonderful, sir. So, sir, as you all know that technology is booming in today's time, people are driving towards advanced businesses. When we see 10 years down the line, we used to watch the cartoons and serials like Chota Bheem or Saas Bhi Kabhi Hoti. And now when we see today's kids, we see that they watch more technology-driven cartoons. So, sir, when we also see that the time versus development graph, so it's booming. The graph is going very high. So, as an entrepreneur, where do you see India down the line of 30 years? Like, how is India gonna be like in after 20 years?
I think that's a very big spectrum to cover. I think that's a very loud question. But one thing is for sure. I think down the line, 30 years, world superpower and the number one country won't be America, won't be China, it would be India. That's something I can bet upon. That is something I'm 100% sure about. But if I talk about speculations in technology 30 years down the line, I think we have a lot to cover the ground, and probably we can keep another session for that.
I would love to take it, sir. So, sir, I believe that every entrepreneur has a motivator who motivates him through his journey. So, sir, who has been a motivator, and just explain it in a broad manner.
So I follow a lot of leaders, a lot of founders, and there's unique things to learn from each one of them. But I'll quote a few. I really follow Ratan Tata. Mr. Ratan Tata says that if people throw stones at you, you collect them and build a monument out of it. That is something that is stuck in my head. And every time I get criticism on what I do, I store that criticism with me and I try to build a monument out of it. The other leader that I follow is Jack Ma, and he says that if you are an entrepreneur, you should be a different person every day you wake up. And I truly believe in that because time is constantly changing. If you are an entrepreneur and if you want your boat to keep sailing, you gotta learn, you gotta adapt, you gotta keep up with what's going on around you. And you gotta be a different you every day you wake up.
Great, sir. So, sir, let's end this podcast by asking you the last question. Sir, you are a great entrepreneur, but in your teenage years, you may have made many mistakes and you may have many regrets. So, sir, what are those regrets? And when we talk about giving advice, what's your advice to 16 years old Divish Bajaj?
I don't think I have regrets. I have done mistakes, I've learned from the mistakes, but I've not carried any of the regrets. I think that's the extra baggage that you got to drop. If you carry these regrets around with you, it's going to hamper your positivity. So I think it's very important to learn from your mistake, to learn from your regrets, and just drop them. Move ahead, think about the future, enjoy every moment in the present, and just drop all this baggage. So, to any 16-year-old, not only Divij, I would only recommend that live your life, enjoy every moment, learn from your mistakes because the time you are living is not going to come back. Once you enter this rat race, it's a rat race. The only thing that will keep you sane is all these old memories of your youth and all these young excitements and adventures. So keep doing that and enjoy your life.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your time, sir. It was a great time. We have learned a lot of things from your podcast, sir. Your experiences may help our audience to excel in their life. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.